start our timer. So where should we start from? Hello and how are you? My name is Mahidum Bark and I welcome you to our 9th video of creating a complete inventory management system. So we shall do 40 minutes in this session, and here's our timer. It has started counting. Alright, without wasting much time, let's go straight into today's business. As you can see, I've already launched the project. It is there. I believe you understand what I've done to reach at this level, to put the project into Visual Studio Code. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to run the project so it can start executing. I'll expand the terminal and then write PHP artisan serve. Okay, so this is where the project is being served. So I can press Ctrl to click and go to where the project is, and here is the project. So I'm going to open another browser. This is Brave. I'm going to open another browser, Google Chrome, where I'm logged in as a company owner. So I'll come here and open another browser. And then I'll go to our project link. There it is, and you can see in this browser I'm logged in as a company owner. Let me arrange these things properly. Okay, so after doing that, the next thing that we're going to do right now is now to resume the business where we stopped at in the previous lecture. So let's see. This is the project. This is where we stopped at. So we stopped at a point where we were able to create a product, okay, or a stock item. However, we say that there are a lot of things that you have to work on before we do what? Before we proceed. It's not all about creating a stock item and then proceed. There are a lot of things that you have to attach. For example, there are going to be some hooks that are going to update the stock levels in different categories. Okay, so when you create something like this, you have to call those hooks. Now, what we're going to do right now, we're going to, based on this product ID, and then call it, and then we create a function that we shall be calling after the stock update, also maybe after the stock create. Okay, and then that method is we're going to first create it, and then we put it into the events. Okay, so what we're going to do right now, we're going to go to this controller. Okay, so let's go to that controller of stock item controller, and then you're going to go, for example, here in the grid, on top of this grid, and we get the item that you've just added in, which is going to be stock item, and then you put find, and then say find one. Of course, this is the product that we've just added right now. Okay, so let me see if it has been found. I can just put here dd and then come and refresh. We can see this is the product. Okay, so we're going to create a function that is going to, for example, finish these things that are missing, and also as well as updating other things. Okay, so we're going to create a function, maybe you can call it prepare. So that function we shall be calling it on creating and also on updating. Okay, so let's go ahead and go to this stock item. Okay, let's go to this stock item. So I can press Ctrl and click on it to go to it here. Okay, so I'm going to, I think we created it. I think we created it, as if we created it. All right, I think we created it, but we did not finish it. Okay, you see, we created it, but we haven't finished the function. Okay, yeah, I think we created it. We are calling it on preparing and also on updating. All right, let's see if this function addresses all our problems. For example, what I'm going to do, I can call it. Okay, let us first see if it addresses all our problems. So I'll just copy these values. Okay, sorry about that, I'd created it but I forgot. I'll copy those values, and then let me come back to our controller, and then I'm going to comment here, create a comment, and then paste them here. So I'm going to check value by value and see if everything is updated. All right, so to do that, of course, we shall begin with id is okay, created that is okay, updated that is okay, company id so we can use that prepare also to make sure that it does what it does create a right company id when a product is being created. Okay, so we can base on created by to get the company id. Okay, and then we update that one. Okay, so what let's do that. So I can call this prepare here. For now I can trigger it from here. Okay, so to trigger the prepare this prepare function, if I want to trigger it, so I can just simply say prepare function, and then I put prepare and I pass the item here. So this one we just, and I put die here. I'm just calling it just for the sake of testing and make sure that everything is all right. Okay, so I can put here, maybe I come here on top and say die and put maybe preparing. Okay, so let's go ahead and refresh. Now you can see we're in preparing. Okay, so this, we are just doing it right now because we don't want to keep on filling the form again and again. Okay, so this is the technique that you use if you want to just trigger something and then test without keep filling on the form again and again. So right, all right, let's see. So if you come here, so here we're getting the category. If the category is not found, we throw the method. So we have done all these things. Okay, so here we get the store category and we update the store category. Here we get the user and we check, you get the financial, the financial, we get the user by the person who has created it. If he's not there, we throw invalid. Here we get the active financial year. If it is not there, we throw the invalid, something like this. Okay, so at this level. Okay, so after we send back, this method is being called here by updating and also creating. So when we update, these things will be updated automatically in background. So that's how we can make sure that everything is up to date. After doing that, now the next thing that we're going to do, let us make sure that everything is addressed. For example, now the company id, you can also make sure it is updated. So let's come here to stock item and then also make sure that the model company id equals to user company id, because we know the company id is attached on a user. So this one will always make sure that when an item is submitted, it is automatically update the company id, because it will be hooked. It will be called by a hook here. All right, so that is done. Let us proceed. Created by is already addressed. Stock category id is addressed. Stock subcategory id, that one also already addressed. Financial period id, as you've seen, this one already addressed. The name of the products addressed. This is how you check out and make sure that everything is all right. So Then the description is addressed, the image is addressed, the barcode, this one will fix it. So we come to SKU, this one is addressed also. Generate SKU, this one's also addressed. We'll come back to this one. Let's just put here star. Okay, all right. Update SKU, let's put here star. Okay, gallery, that one is also okay. We come to buying price, that is also addressed. The selling price was addressed, and then the original quantity is also addressed, and also the current quantity. So here, current quantity on creating, we make sure that is equal to the original quantity. So let's go ahead and come here to stock item. So this one is always true only when on creating. Okay, so we're going to put here we're going to put it here in the on creating. Okay, so we say on creating, and then we say current quantity equals to the original quantity. So we make sure that the current quantity equals to the what? To the original quantity. All right, so that is okay. Yeah, I think that's it. Okay, I think that's it. Okay, yeah, so let's go ahead and work on this SKU. Okay, let's go ahead and work on these SKU things. So we may check that if SKU if we may check that if the SKU generation is done by is manual, we don't update it. Okay, otherwise if it is not manual, we let the system to generate the SKU. Okay, so how can we do that? We can just simply come here and cut this SKU. Okay, and then generate SKU, cut this method, and then we come to on creating and check if SKU, okay, we can just simply check if SKU is null or it is less than 3, then we know that we have to generate it. Okay, so to do that, we can create a method that is going to be responsible for generating SKU. SKU. So we can just simply, let's create that method. So we are going to put it in maybe in utilities. We can just be calling it, okay, and then it generates SKU. You can even put it here, you can put it in utilities. So let's go ahead and put it in utilities. So I'll go here in utilities. So here we're checking if SKU is null or it is having length less than 3. Then you know, okay, the system should generate it automatically. All right, so let's go to utilities here, and then we're going to write a static method for generating SKU. So static static public function generate SKU. Maybe you have to accept the company ID. All right, so let's go ahead and write the SKU. So for example, you can say it's going to be comprised of a year, okay, of a year, then dash, okay, then month, okay, then month, okay. So the year, maybe the category, okay, the year dash can we need to know a month when the product was added? I don't think that is very necessary. We can say the year dash the subcategory ID, then dash, and also maybe the serial, whether it is 1 or 2 or 3 of those products in the company. So let's get the year. So this is how you can get the year. by just simply saying date, then say y, and then we can get the category. Okay, maybe you can put here or we can receive here subcategory. Okay, so we get the subcategory, and then we get the serial. Okay, so we return. Okay, we can receive here the subcategory. So so that's how we're going to format our SKU. It's going to be the year, the subcategory, and the subcategory ID. Okay, and then the what, the serial number, the number of the category in that item. So that's how you generate the SKU. So it's going to be the year, it's going to be like 2022, 2023, so to know when the product was added, and then we get the subcategory from here, and then we get the number of products in that subcategory, and we add 1, and then we return, we say SKU is equals to year dash category dash, and then the serial, and then we return the value. So that's how we can generate the what, the SKU. So we go back to our item, so we check if SKU is nothing, it is empty. We go ahead and do it and say SKU equals to that. Okay, so you can even put this one in prepare the way it is in, so you should know it should be called on updating and also on creating. I think that, I don't know whether that is okay. Yeah, let's also do the same. I don't know whether that is okay. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, but it would be smart if we keep our SKU to be only integers. All right, I think that is okay. So we be calling it here on prepare. So when someone calls the prepare, and then go ahead and check if the SKU is empty, or he's having just check if the SKU is empty, we go ahead and do it and generate our own. Okay, like this. I hope you can see. So this function of putting utils, so like that we'll be able to get the what, the SKU. Let's see the kind of SKU that we have. Let me call it outside here, and then do some dd, and we see the SKU that we're going to come up with. Okay, you see we are coming up with that SKU. So this is the this is the subcategory, and this is the what, and the SKU, I mean the number of product in that category. Alright, I think that's okay. Alright, so let's go back to the hook. So these things of SKU, we can say okay, we are done with these ones. Alright, so the next thing that we're going to do, so we can also generate this SKU when someone says generate. Okay, let's leave that. Okay, so I want to say when, sorry, let's go back here, stock item. Okay, I got the stock item. We can generate it there, that when it is empty, and also we can say maybe if generate stock generate what, SK is equal to yes, then we'll go ahead and do it and generate it. Okay, so here we set it back to no because we want it to do what, to keep on generating it. Okay, like this. Yep, I think that is okay. And we check if it is manual. If regenerate is yes, and is not equal to, sorry, okay, sorry, I was here. Okay, if generate SKU is equal to yes, and the update SKU is equal to yes, and what, and the generate SKU equals to manual. Okay, I think that's okay. So if this is true, then we'll also go ahead and generate the SKU and then set back this one to nothing. All right, so that's okay. I mean, that's okay with the product creation. I think that is all we need when we're preparing a what? When you're preparing a product. So I hope if I come here and I save, you should be able to do what? You should be able to work properly. So it has worked properly. There's no any error, and you can see that everything is all right. Okay, apart from the stock quantity, because this one always is only called when we are creating. All right, so let's go ahead and yeah, I think that will be called when you're creating. That's okay. All right, so with that said, now let's go ahead and so let me first delete this, and then let's try to run everything and see if everything is all right. Let's go ahead and delete everything, and then let's go ahead and delete everything, these ones, and then we try to refresh. So the only thing that we are not sure of is the current stock. The current stock is 0 because we are not doing what? We're not calling that on creating for now. So let's go ahead and create it. So let's go ahead and create a new product, I mean a new stock item, and see if the current stock will be updated. So I'll come here and say maybe ice cream, and then say test product 2, and then go ahead and put some SKU. I leave it empty, and then say it should be automatic, and then I put the buying price as the 50,000, and the selling price, okay, let's buying 5,000, and the selling price as what? As 4,000 500, and then also maybe the original quantity as 10 pieces, or maybe I can say like maybe 100 pieces, and then say maybe some details, and then go ahead and submit. All right, SKU is required. Is it required? SKU, how is that required? Let's go ahead and see. I don't think SKU is required. Okay, so let's go back to stock item controller. It should be optional. SKU, it should be optional. Alright, so this SKU, when you're creating, it should be optional. So this is on editing. So on creating, it should be optional. I think that is now okay. Yeah, it was not supposed to be there. Let's refresh. We'll do some fake filler, and then come here and say category is ice cream, maybe that is the product, and then say it is automatic. Yeah, so original price 5,000, selling price 5,500. All right, and then say maybe the request 110, and I submit. So everything is all right. Okay, what they're saying, what's the error all about? HTML special chars must be of type string. Let me see. Help us. Then the resource views. field blade users, core. Was the product created? Yeah, the product was created. Okay, we shall face that error later, but you can see the product was created, and then the what we wanted, it has been achieved. You can see the what the you can see you can see the current quantity is here. Okay, so the original quantity is there and the current quantity is there. That is all right. So now another thing that you have to do right now is to update the products. The product the item categories. First prepare here. So I think that you're going to do is to update the the categories. Okay, for example, we have to update the quantities here. You see, so after we have created or have updated, we have to update the categories, and also have to update the subcategories, the information, so you can be able to know the quantities there. So what you're going to do, just like the way just like the way we did the prepare function, so we're going to do another function that is going to be updating everything that is concerned. For example, when you upload a product, when you upload a stock item, when you come here to store categories, you're supposed to be able to know that this is the amount that we invested in this particular item. Okay, so that's what you're going to do right now. And also when you update it, you should be able to do what? To hook or to create those hooks and do that. Okay, I hope you get that point. All right, let's go ahead and do that. So since these subcategories, so we're going to update the categories and subcategory. So since these subcategories are being since these subcategories are being these categories and subcategories depend on the stock items. What does it mean? It means that we are supposed to do what? We are supposed to call these ones after the category, the stock item has been created or it has been updated. Okay, so we are going to create a function in this, for example, the category. We are going to begin the category, and then we are going to say maybe update, update values, update information, or maybe do self update, something like that. We're going to just call that, put a function there that will be responsible for updating its self. Okay, and then we shall be calling it just to update itself, something like that. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so what I'm going to do, you're going to come here. For example, let us begin with the stock categories, and you see things that are supposed to be updated. Okay, that are supposed to be updated when the stock item changes. So let's go to stock category. Here it is. So we're going to put a function that is going to be called to update itself, or begin with the subcategory. Let's begin with subcategory, and then we come to category. So let's go to stock subcategory. Okay, let's begin with this one. Okay, so let's go ahead and then say maybe update information. update self, or update statistics, or update values. Okay, so it's going to be a public function, and then I'm going to call it maybe update self. Okay, so it's going to be updating itself. That's how I can call it. Okay, so this is just responsible for updating itself. Okay, so you can put here die and say time to update self. Okay, so it will be updating itself, just to update its values. All right, so after doing that, now we're going to go back to stock item controller here. Okay, and then in here on top here, I'm going to call our just like the way we did. We're going to call we're going to search, for example, this second product which has the current quantity. Okay, we're going to search it, and then in that product, I mean in this item, we're going to find or to get the current category, and then after getting the current category, we are going to say it should update itself, and then that method we shall put it in the on created and also on updated. Okay, so let's go ahead. So to get the current product category, so let's go ahead and say okay, and say, so this is the stock item. I hope you're there. What we're going to do right now, I can put here maybe die. Okay, now let's go ahead and say maybe so there is a relationship on how you can link this one with its what, with category. Okay, we can find it as well. Let's first do here, for example, dd, and we see what is inside that stock item. So if I come here and refresh, you see this is what is there. So what we're going to do right now, we're going to get first the category. Okay, so we can just say maybe the stock category equals to stock category, and then you say stock category, and then you say find, and then you say this item, and then you put here. So after finding the category, so we're going to call this category and say update self. It should update itself. So this should be when an item has been created. So you just say update self. Okay, I hope you know that. I hope you know why you're calling that. So you're calling that to do what? To make sure it is updating itself. All right, so let's go ahead here. Let's go back to stock category. So we're going just to die here and say update self. So if I come and refresh here, update self cannot be called on null. Okay, so it means that the stock category was not found. So it's supposed to be here stock category, not stock subcategory. Category like this. Okay, so let's refresh. It's called it cannot be found. Okay, so it's going to be stock category ID. I think that is okay. Okay, stock category ID. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I think that is okay now. So stocks category ID, then you say find that. Okay, I hope you have to get that there. So if I come and refresh here, you see we are now here in update self. Okay, so let's go ahead and write some logic in this update self. Okay, so now let us first find the things or the parameters that we need here. So you can first say dd and say this. So you should be able to see things that you are going to need to check there. So this is the what? The stock category. Now I'm going to copy everything here, and I see what we need to update when an item changes. So let me delete this. Now I'll go ahead and paste these few things here. All right. Okay. So I'll go ahead and check one by one. ID is already catered for. Created that is already catered for. Updated that is already catered for. Company ID is already catered for. And then the name is already catered for. That for me, that's how I check and make sure that everything is alright. So we check if if it is active, I think active is also get at 4. All right, then after the image is okay. So the buying price, so buying price is the amount of money that has been invested in this stock in this particular financial period. Okay, so the total buying price of items that have been invested in this particular financial period. Okay, so it means that we need also to get the financial period. Okay, so how do you get that? So we can get that by just getting say active financial period equals to utils that get active financial period. So since this item, this stock category has company ID, so it means that we can go to get it there. Okay, so I can check if is null. I can just return. Let me just return. I don't want to throw an error. I can just say return. It should stop from here. So we have got now the financial active financial record. All right, so let's see how much you have invested in this category in this particular, or in this active financial year or financial period. I hope you get it. So to do that, you can say maybe say total buying price equals to stock item. So you're getting this stock item. Okay, so how much you have invested in this stock item this particular period equals to stock item where, so you put a first where the stock category equals to this particular category, and then you add another where the financial year equals to this financial year, or the active financial year. Or I don't know whether we should get the financial year in which, I think we should get the financial year in which this store category was created. Okay, I mean, we should get the financial year. Yeah, I think this is okay. We are getting the total amount buying price of stock items that are under this category, in which this particular financial year, I mean in the active financial year. So by doing like this, you should be able to know how much you have invested in that particular category in a certain financial year. So if I come here and just do some dd, you should be able to know. So if I come here and refresh, you can see this is the total investment that we have added there. So it has added the total buying price, or the total amount that we have purchased in this particular financial year of the products of this category. Okay, so and then it is getting it there. So that is the total buying price. I think that is okay now. So the next thing that we're going to do, you're going to get the total selling price. Okay, so you should know how much you expect from these items. Okay, so total selling price equals to that. Okay, so stock items category, and then in that financial year, and then you get the total selling price like this. So here we shall be able to know how much we're expecting to sell in this category. Okay, all right. So expected profits, we can also calculate it. So expected profit is going to be what? Equals to the selling price, okay, how much you're expecting to sell, minus how much you're expecting to, how much you have invested in there. I hope that is okay. Okay. Then how can we get the earned price? Okay. So this and the profit, we shall get it after we have worked on the what? On the sales. Okay. After we have worked on the sales. So we shall also come here and see, okay, how much we have really sold, and then we fix this one. All right, our time is up. So let's go ahead and now update these zero values. So we're going to simply say this, okay, this, then we say buying price equals to that, selling price equal to that, and then we total expected profit equal to that, and then we say save. So that is how we can make sure that, okay, this product, this category is always what? Is always updated. I hope you get that. Okay, so this is how we shall make sure that this category is always updated. I hope you get it. So this method, we are going to be calling it inside when the stock item is what? Is uploaded. Okay, then we shall call this method. So if I come here and refresh here, everything is what are they saying? Total buying price. Sorry, it's supposed to be buying price, not total buying price. And also here, selling price, and then like this. Okay, so let's go and refresh. Everything is all right. Okay, so this profit, you shall come back to it when you have started working on the stock sales. Okay, and now let's go ahead and remove this logic from here, and then you put it in the right place. So I can copy that. So I can copy that. So if I come here and I delete, let us first delete this and we see. So if we come and delete, and then we'll be able to see that if we come here to stock categories, we are able to know how much we have invested, how much we're expecting to sell, and the total profit that we're expecting to make in this financial year in these particular categories. That's beautiful. All right, so and you've seen how we've calculated that. So let me go ahead here in this, and then we are going to cut these ones and put them in the right place. So they're supposed to be in the hook of what? Of stock item. So I'll come here back to stock item, and then we come to the we create the created hook and the what? And the updated hook. So on created hook, we give the category. This is how you can get the I think, did we create this category here? Not yet. Not yet. The relationship are not created, but we shall come to that later. So we are going to put here, okay, we get the category. So this can be mode or not item. So we get the category, and then we do what? We say update self, and then so we do the same to what? To updated. Okay, so we do the same also to updated. So that is it. All right, that is it. So if I come and refresh, everything should be fine. So let's go. If you add, look, we'll test that. We'll test that by adding an item. Let's test it right now. So I'll come here and comment this. So let's go ahead and maybe we edit one of these ones. So let's edit this. So instead of having this buying price, let's put maybe good buying price. Okay, let's edit this one, the one that we just used for the examples. Okay, let's see what we have now. So the total investment, as if it's not tallying, and then also total expected. All right, as if right, let's see. All right, let's go ahead, and I want me always do as I test. Okay, let's go ahead and grab all the stock items. So we'll come to our project. So we're going to truncate, we call it truncate stock item. This one will clean everything, the stock items. All right, we want to test and see if these things are really summing up. All right, so if I come and refresh here, I don't expect anything. So let's come and say new, and then we say store category. Let us put this one, okay, vegetables, and then you say, let's first put there maybe some random data. Okay, so under vegetables, and then you say, okay, the thing will be automatic maybe. Okay, the scale will be automatic, and then you come and put here the total buying price. It can be maybe, let's say 10,000, that is the buying price, and then the selling price, maybe we're going to say maybe we shall be selling each at 12,000, and then the original quantity we can say maybe it is how much. It is 10. All right, I think that's okay. And then after, put here some description. I think we forgot also to multiply. Okay, we have to multiply by the original quantities to get the buying price and the total investment and total expected. That we forgot it. We're going to do it. So if I refresh here, if I submit here, everything is okay. We can see the buying price is there, the selling price. So if we come here to the categories, you see, so forget about this one. This one we use it just for testing. This one is not updated. Okay, but look at this one. Total investment is this, and then total sales is this one, and then total profit is this. So you can see, but this is not really actual because we forgot to multiply by the quantity. This is for the single item. Okay, this is for the single item, but the quantity is this one. So we are supposed to multiply with the what? With the quantities, so that we can have exact amount that was invested in. Okay, so let's go ahead and update that. So it shall come here to the stock category, and then we are going to update that. Okay, so yep, it's challenging here because the quantities depend on each stock item, not on all of them. So that brings us to a need of creating a loop. Yep, I hate loops. Hate loops. All right. Interesting. So we're going to cut this one from here and make this one to be 0, and then we're going to loop. Okay, so buying price equal to this plus, so it's just plus or equal to plus equal to, and then you say buying price. However, why we are looping is because we want to multiply by the original quantity. That's how you can know the total investment. Otherwise, if you don't do that, then it will not be multiplying. Okay. So we have to put here get. Let me first show you how we're going to do it. So I can say stock items of this category equals to that. Okay, like this. And then we're going to loop through. Hope that's okay. Yeah. Then we're going to loop through those stock items here. Though in that financial period, yes. Though looping, I hate looping, but we shall see the optimal way how we can do that. Then after, we can also, I think, calculate this one from above there. We may not need it, so I just say equals to 0, and then also do the same thing here. So you don't need two queries, okay? So total selling price is equal to the selling price times the what? The original quantity. I think that is now okay. Yeah, that is now okay. Hope you can see that. So this one will help us on that issue. Let's try to update something and see if it will update accordingly. Okay, so let's come here. So you know that hook will be called even on update. So if I come here and edit, and I put here full stop, and now we should be able to see that you should be able to see, you see it has been multiplied by 10, so everything is now right. So the total investment is that one, and then the total expected profit is that one. So everything has been multiplied by original quantity, which is 10. So maybe, yep, I think that is okay. I think that's okay. So maybe according to the company policy, they may say, okay, what if we delete the product? Maybe if it was a mistake, should that also be removed? All right, I think that makes sense. I think we can also maybe get the product that are active. Where status is active. I don't know. Maybe we may need only to calculate the active product, but I don't think, no. Let's calculate everything, because sometimes product might be active but why it was really invested. So let's call this method also on what? On delete. Deleted, we also call it. So you should also update when someone deletes. I think that's okay. I think that is okay. Yep. Then let us start another session and also work on the what, and work on the on the stock subcategory. Okay, let's start another session and then work and do the same on the stock subcategory, because here stock subcategories also have to be updated. Even this one will even now work on the reorder level, all those things. Okay, so let's work on that. For now, let's stop from here. Let's meet in the next lecture, where this one is now okay. Now let's work on the stock subcategory and see how we can have that one done. So you can pause the video and see how I've wrote this method of self update in the stock in the stock category here. All right, so let's work on the stock subcategory in the next lecture. So we shall start another lecture right now. Hello and how are you? My name is Mahindumberg and I welcome you to our 10th lecture of creating a complete inventory management system. We're going to do 40 minutes and then I'll start our timer. So in the previous lecture, we were able to update the category, okay? And now we're going to work on updating the stock subcategory also, okay? When an item is being added in the system. All right, let's do that. So we shall come into stock items, and then the stock items are going to go ahead and call this item. I'm going to just use the other technique. I'm going to search for this item, and it's the one that I'm going to use to update, okay, instead of feeding in their fresh data. All right, let's go ahead and do that. So we shall come here to stock item controller and then come here on top and search for this item. It's item number what? Item number 2 and item number 1? Item 1 right now. It is item 1 because we've deleted all the items, okay? And then we're going to put here number 1 like this. So after doing that, we're going to go ahead and search for this. The other one was stock category. Let us go ahead and get its stock subcategory and also do the same thing, okay? So we're going to go ahead and say stock subcategory. We find it like this, and then we're going to call update self in the stock subcategory. But you know I've not put that function in the stock subcategory. Let's go ahead and do it. So I'll come here and copy this, and then go ahead and put this stock subcategory here. Click on stock subcategory, and then also put a function for update self. Let me delete everything so I can do everything again. So most things that we're going to do here, they're going to look much more like those ones that we have done in the main category. Okay, so if we come here to main category, you'll see that we're having all right, let's do also this one step by step, okay? So I'm going to just do dd and say this so you can see what we're going to update exactly. So we are now on what? On the subcategory. Refresh, and let's go ahead and so this is subcategory, right? Update self, and then we come here to stock items, so I refresh. I've just called this one here. I'm here in stock item controller in here, and let's just say it's update self here. All right, so okay, stock subcategory. I get the stock subcategory and then I call update self. Let's go ahead and see that. So here I just do dd and then say die this one, okay? So at this point we are getting this value, okay? So I just dump this item, okay? So if I come here and refresh, I should be able to see this. All right, okay, so let's go ahead and now do what? And now fix things. All right, so I've just copied these items, these parameters or the values of the attributes of stock subcategory, and then we're going to check one by one and see which one we shall need to update or something like that. Okay, so id is okay, on created, that is okay. Updated, that is okay. Company ID is okay. Company category is okay. The name is okay. The description is okay. The status, shall we need to update also the status? And something what if is not active, shall we need to? Okay, let's leave it. So the image is okay. The buying price, okay, we begin from here. Total buying price, total selling price, and then total expected profit of this particular item in this particular subcategory, and then also the earned profit. So this earned profit will be worked upon at last. It's going to be the last thing. Okay, the measurement unit is okay. The current quantity, we shall need it, and then reorder level. Okay, that is okay. Okay, so out of stock, maybe I think this all what we need. All right, so let's try and see Copilot if it can help us. All right, Copilot has done it for us. Let's just go through it step by step and see if they make sense, because you cannot trust this thing also. All right, so we get the financial year. We already know how to get that one. The active financial period. Okay, so if it is null, we return. Okay, we get the total buying price. The total buying price is going to be, so going to get this, and then the total selling price. Then we get the stock items in this subcategory. So you have to get now for subcategory, not category, where also financial period is equal to this particular financial period, and then we get the what, the total items in there. And then after you start looping, you loop through those items, so you get the total buying price or the amount that you have invested in, which is equal to that, and also the total selling price and the amount investing it equals to that. I think that is okay. Then we say maybe total expected profit equals to this minus this, and then you go ahead and update their buying price, a selling price, and the expected profit. So I think that is okay. All you need to change these to subcategories. So Copilot has done for us this. I can remove this one, so you can pause the video very carefully and see how I've been able to achieve that. I think that's okay. One more thing, the current quantity. Okay, so the current quantity equals just going to be the sum of all the current quantity in this category. So current quantity, you're going to first make it 0 here, make it 0, and then we can add the current quantity by just saying current quantity is equal to plus equal to the current quantity, like this. I think that is okay. And then here we make sure that you also add it on this. I think that is okay. Then reorder level, this one is, we are not going to touch it. Okay, and then maybe and profit, this one also calculate it when you work with the stock items. Boom. I think that's all. Let's go ahead and refresh. Okay, everything is okay. I think everything is okay. Let's go ahead and first comment this before we move it to where it's supposed to be. Okay, refresh it. So let's go ahead and see stock subcategories. So you can see stock subcategories, things are really tallied up. I don't know. Okay, so you can see we have now 10 kilograms, and then we have 10 kilograms, and then we have the expected sales, and then we have this one. Maybe one more column that we may need to add in here is to tell whether item is out of stock, okay, or it is still in stock. Maybe, I know we can calculate it, but it would be good if we add it so it can make it it can make our life simple. Okay, so let's add that column in stock or out of stock. Okay, let's add it to subcategories. It can help us to make our life simple. Okay, so let me uncomment this. Let's go ahead and go to our important commands. Okay, so we're going to add it in what? In subcategories. Let's get the table of subcategories. This is the table name. Let me make sure I get the correct table name. So how do you write the method? So maybe add stock second. That's the name of our method. Okay, so this is our command. So you can put there anything, but as long as it's unique, and then make sure that you put the correct table there. Okay, let's add that column. So I'll open the terminal, and then I'll go ahead and click there, and then come here and add that column. Okay, so you put here maybe in stock. So by default you can put no. Okay, yeah, I think that is okay. Let's migrate. By default, should it be yes or it should be no? It should be no because there are no items there. So in stock it should be no by default. All right, now let's go ahead and come here to stock item, stock subcategory. So you're going to check if it is in stock or it is not in stock. Okay, so we check if, right here. So go ahead and check if current quantity is greater than what was the other name? It was called what? It was called reorder level. So let's go ahead and get it here. Reorder level. Okay, reorder level. So if current quantity is greater than this, order level, yeah. So if it is greater than the order level, we put in stock yes. If it is not there, I put no. Yep, I think that is okay. And then we also make sure that we put that in stock. Yeah, I think it's already there. Yeah, we're using this. So that one will help us. So after you have calculated, then you check if it is in stock or it is not in stock, the current quantity. So that one will help us really for sure to tell if something is running out or not without too much hassle. Okay, so we can, let's go ahead and add that column in the what? In the stock subcategory controller, Then you come in and put maybe add another column called in stock. So say in stock, then if it is yes, it is success, please no, it is danger. So let's go ahead and refresh here. Stock subcategory, you see all of them, they are not in stock. So here you can use what you call a dot, maybe. Okay, and maybe you can put here what you call filter. So filter, it will tell you to help you to say to get things that are in stock and those that are out of stock. And also maybe you can put another filter, see, attach them on column and help to filter things that are active and that are not active. You see, refresh. So you'll have this extra thing called filter here. You see this one, you can use it to say, okay, I want those one in stock, and then you can remove and say I want those one out of stock. You can be able to see that. All right, so let's go ahead and run this and make sure it updates. Let's go back, refresh. Okay, let's go ahead and run the stock, where is it, stock controller, stock item controller, stock item controller. So we get the stock subcategory, and then we run self update. Okay, and then you see if it will update and tell the one that are in stock and the one that are not in stock. So refresh, it's done. Let's go back and see if it really updated. So sorry, this is not the, I have to use this. Okay, refresh. Which one is it? It's this one. It's this one. Okay, so you refresh here, it's done. So if you come here, say stock subcategories. All right, let's see this one. Still out of stock. I think, which one was it? Is it this one that has fresh product? Yeah, so in stock it is still no. All right, let's see how we fix that. Okay, and maybe it's not working properly. So we'll come here to stock items, and then so you see how system are not simple to do. Stock subcategory, update self, it is here. Okay, so we are here. Let's see if we are reaching at this level. Okay, and then put your semicolon. So you are trying to see reorder level, and so we say current quantity. If current quantity is greater than the order level, everything should be okay. So and refresh and see. So what is the current quantity? You see what is current quantity? How do you calculate current quantity? Yes, you see, like current quantity is 10 and the order level is, yeah, I think that is okay. Yeah, I think that is okay. I think that's okay. Refresh. All right, so let's go ahead and yeah, I think that's okay. So let's also put this one on update self. So we come here to, okay, I think that's okay. Everything is okay because it was 50 and 10. Let's put here hooks in this stock category. Yeah, that is okay. All right, so let's go ahead and remove this. So if, let's say it is showing green because reorder level. Let me show you. Yeah, I think this is okay. You see reorder current quantity is 10. Current quantity is 10. Reorder level is 50, so it is out of stock. But if you make reorder level, for example, 5, okay, and then come and run this, and then come and refresh. Now you can see, now I think now it should be still in stock now. Now you see it is green. You can see that, okay, because the current quantity is greater than the what? Than the order level. I hope that makes sense. Okay, yeah, so that is done. I think that is okay. I think that's okay, and I think that's all. All right, so now we need just to move this and put it in the right place. So I'll come here and cut this, and then we go to stock item, and then we put it there in the hooks. So we go to stock item here, and then we come here where there is the hooks. Okay, so you have to make sure that they're in updated and created, not in updating. because in updating it is before something is saved. So we come here, put here model. Okay, we get the store category and then we update it itself. Okay, and then we do the same here. Let me just copy this like this, and also the same thing here when something is deleted. All right, I think that is okay. That is okay. That is okay. That is okay. All right, so that is fine. That is fine. So we shall put cron jobs to make sure that everything is always up to date. All right, now we go to the last the last important part. Over in time we are remaining, the remaining 19 minutes. That is that can be enough. So if we come to our downloads, and then come to our PDF. So I finished this. We have finished this one. We shall come back and do the mastering, but for now the logic of this one is done, the logic of this one is done, but we shall come back and do the mastering, multiple photos, all those stuff. But you can see the core logic is done. Now we come to what? To stock records. Okay, stock records. That is where the wedding is going to be. Okay, so now this is the most important part. I mean, it's among the most important part, and it's the final module that is going to now finalize the whole core system. All right, let's go ahead and do that. All right, so come here to stock records, and then we come here to important commands, and then we come here to stock. So let's go ahead and create our stock record model. So the model is going to be called stock record. I think that's okay. All right, let's run this. Okay, so we'll go ahead and modify our stock record controller. There you go. All right, so we begin by adding their things. Okay, okay, let's see what we had put in our table first. There's nothing much that has sense. All right, let's carefully craft this. Okay, let's first begin with the foreign things. Okay, foreign ID for company, of course. Okay, another thing, foreign ID for stock item. We may need also the foreign ID for stock category, and also may need stock subcategory, so it can be simpler for us to do statistics. Okay, yeah, I think that is Kawa. Maybe may need SKU, item that was really purchased. All right, can we need the name of an item in this? I don't think we do, because names of items can change anytime. Yeah, all right, I think that's enough. Description, you don't need it. All right, so maybe you need the quantity. So others we need to use float because some people use the decimals. I don't know whether we need float here. Okay, our system first shall use quantities, but others that's a challenge. They use like decimals. Like if someone takes half a kilogram, they'll put 1.5. Those I think we shall need it. We shall need decimal. So let's put float. Yeah, as the quantity. Alright, I think that is okay. Maybe we shall need also maybe the buying price at that particular moment, because the price of stocks can change, but how much you sold it has to remain the same. Okay. So maybe we can put here also maybe total. That maybe here selling price, and then maybe say total sales on this. So it will be the multiple of the two, the quantity times the sale. Yeah, total sales. No, total prices, you don't need it. All right, I think that's okay. So I need another here thing, another string called is a cell. Okay, so this one will help us for those who are not doing maybe the cells. Or if something is expired, you may need to say maybe this item got out because it was expired. I think we may need also maybe here to just put type, put description, and then put maybe type. Okay, let's make this one nullable. All right, I think that's okay. That is okay. That is okay. Okay, so what else do we need? Quantity is there. Let me see. I think that is okay. I think that's okay for now. I should be able to know the company, the stock item, the stock category, the stock subcategory, the SKU that was sold, and then the name, maybe the person who created the record. Maybe created by, put ID. Okay, I think that's okay. Trying to make sure that I don't skip anything. Quantity. I can put here maybe unit. Okay. All right, I think that's okay. What should be nullable here? What should be nullable? Let's make everything nullable apart from the other one. All right, I think that is okay. I think this is okay. I think this is okay. Quantity, how much was sold, this one will be generated from the system, and then to the sales, that one will be generated from the system. I think that's okay. I think that is okay. Yeah, all right, let's go ahead and migrate this. All right, so there we go. So we have now the stock record. Let's go ahead and get the class stock record model. This is the model, said there. So after, we're going to create now what its controller. Okay, let's create its controller. There you go. I press Ctrl. Sorry, I just copy this, then press Ctrl here, and I paste it. All right. Then press Ctrl here to go to the controller, and then I'm going to add it to a menu. Stock records, or we can call it sales, something like that. ERI. Then stock company, companies and company owners can see them, then everything is okay. All right, so let's go ahead and refresh here. You can see stock records, it's there. All right, now let's begin with the stock record creation. So I can put here maybe stock records. Can call them stock out records. Okay, so let's go ahead and now and do things that are supposed to be done here. All right, we come to our form. Begin with the logged in user. There you go. Okay, then after, come here and do the hidden and put there the company ID. Now here we're going to get the stock item that is being sold. Okay, now there can be thousands of items. So what you're going to do, you're going to do Ajax again and load these items asynchronously. So I've already done something like that. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to copy and put it here. Where did we do it? We did it in which controller? The controller of in which controller did we do Ajax? Was it this one? I think it's this one, stock items. So I'm going to just copy that information and then put here and then modify. So go to stock item controller. So I have some Ajax. Okay, because the stock items can be too many, so I cannot just load them there. Just copy this, then come and put it here. So I'll just copy this name, stock item that is being sold, that is being stock out of the record. So I'll paste it there, the name, and then say select stock item. Right, now the Ajax, this was a subcategory Ajax, not as create, I mean the endpoint of stock items. So I'll just simply come to our stock items. Let's go to our stock. Let's go ahead and go to our API. So just simply come here and go to our API. It's going to be under routes API.php. So we're going to do a function just like this one. So I'm just going to collapse this one, I copy and I duplicate it. Okay, let's copy it, and then I come and paste it here like this. Alright, so instead of stock subcategories, I'm going to just put your stock items like this. Okay, now here we have the query. Okay, so here we get the company, so everything is the same, only that here we're going to put a stock item and company, and then you're searching in the name, so everything is the same. I think everything is the same apart from this one where we are doing what, we are adding the measuring units. Okay, but you can as well get its category and adults, and also put the measuring units, because someone will need to see the measuring units that they are adding, and also maybe we'll have to also display their current value. Okay, their current value. All right, I think I'll come here, remove this. Okay, so let's first send back the name only. Okay, so everything is okay. So the naming might change, but the everything is just the same, but only the naming of variables. So I think everything is fine. Okay, so the API is called stock items. Okay, so let's try that. So I'll come here, back to stock item control, back to stock records controller, and then I put here the Ajax URL is stock items. Okay, I can even come and remove this and come and put this one here like this, URL that, and then come here and say stock subcategory. Instead of stock subcategory, so just simply say stock item. All right, then after of the stock item thing, that is okay. So let us first remove the measuring unit, and let's just keep the name like this. I think that's okay. So you can pause the video and look at everything. Let's put here maybe stock items Ajax URL. Yeah, I think I can pause the video and see that. All right, I think now that's okay. Let's try and see. Refresh. So you see, I can search. Wait. Stock records new. You see, I can search into the stocks. Okay, now here we may need to display the available quantity, because it's very important for someone not to create a wrong quantity. So let's go ahead and create the available quantity. See, so we're going to create a name text for this one, just like we did in store categories, and then on the name text we shall be sending back the available quantities. So let us do some appends here. Our time is up. Put here some appends for name under text. Right, so that's our append, and then we do our our getter, and that is our getter. So you can say maybe an item, and then you state its what? Its subcategory. Okay, you state its subcategory. So do you have subcategory? Subcategory what? Subcategory relationship. I think not it. Let's create it. So say stock item belongs to subcategory, like this. So by doing like this, you'll be able to know the stock category and then the subcategory. So if you come here and try to write a, I think something isn't right. Yeah, like this. There's some mistake here. So come here and write a. You see, item there. So now instead of returning just a plain name, okay, let's put a name what? Name text, and then let's go ahead and come to the API and then return the name text. Okay, we return the name text. So if you come here and put a, you see this particular item which is under what? Under vegetables. So that one can help someone to know in which item they are pointing at. Also, maybe you may also need to add their IDs, so someone can be able to know that, okay, to this particular item, I can put maybe SKU. Okay, so that someone can be able to know. So you see the SKU first, then the stock item, and then the stock item name, and then the category where it is. Maybe you can even leave the category since the SKU will show the category. So let's come back here to stock what? To stock stock item name. Okay, I want also to display the available quantities, so I can say maybe add current quantity on name. So you can see I put here, put bracket, I attach a bracket, and then I put the name, okay, number format. I put the number format, then say current quantity, and then I also attach the the measuring unit, and I put them in bracket. You see, all those I add them on what? On name text. So it means that now if someone come here and search, you see, someone will be able to know. Okay, so measuring unit we can get, of course, on the subcategory, then measuring unit. So I have put here subcategory measuring unit, like this. I think that's okay. Measurement, we call it measurement unit, if you still remember. Measurement unit, I think that's okay. All right, so if I come here and search, you can see that vegetables we are having 10 kilograms, and then the name of the vegetable is there, and the SKU is also there. So it means that you can scan something and then it automatically come here. Okay, so you can even search in the middle of the word, and then it will show up like that. That is so nice. That is so nice. So nice. All right, I think that's it for today. Let me check the time. Oh, we should first finish creating this one. Nope, I think that's it for today. I think we still have energy. Let us finish creating this, and then tomorrow we start by just doing the prepare. All right. Okay, so that's it for today. Let's just stop this one from here. Then the next lecture, we can do what? We can do now the creating of this item, and then also doing the stock, the balancing of records, so that when you create something, it updates the whole system. We start from there in the next lecture. Make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel, and also make sure that you turn on the bell so that when you upload the next video, you are updated. And also make sure that you practice. Don't just watch, but watch as you do what? Watch as you practice, because this is not magic. As you can see, everything is really being done step by step. So don't think that you can't do it. You can really do it. All right, let's meet in the next lecture, and goodbye. See you there in the next lecture, number 11. Hey, okoledde wana mute. So
yes sir.
Aliyotia baby.
Nikiria
Kakas.
wanduze
Akrozeti.
running stomach.
Terunaona.
Yeah, naguze n'eddagala bulungi naye terinawoona.
Why do you see?
I don't know.
Eno
But I
twalya
think it's
lwali eno walya kimpozi.
chips and liver.
Aba yali bacon nga tumanyi.
Lwaki?
Tenategerera wa.
It was liver. It is even showing. It's not like meat. Yeah, it was all of tajawula. Weba meat, I think. Yeah, so badde nina kye njagala kugamba. Ng'oyimbyewo.
So, okay, I was still live.
You sure?
Yeah. Gamba ngenda kwogera bya kisiro. Let me end the live. I'm here. I'm Stacey here. I hope you are joking.